Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, yes, you can ride your bike down to the water at St. Edward State Park in Kirkland, Washington. Yeah. So there's a sweet downhill segment. It's like a little bit less than a mile, and it's pretty awesome downhill. And it's like shared with people, but there's like nobody on it really. So you just come mobbing down to the water. And so yeah, the bike's doing good today. So the fenders, it's like snowed a little bit last night and it's melting, so the ground is like super saturated. So, you know, my feet are not wet yet, but so these fenders work really well if you're not like mobbing going over. If you're going like 20 miles an hour or faster, then there's just gonna be so much splatter and stuff that you're still gonna get a little wet on like your below the knees line, and as you can see, a little bit of the front of the body here, just from this kicking up. And if this were like a little bit longer, if I put one of those things here, but I don't know, dude. It's like, at what point do you just give up and just like accept you're gonna get wet? But I think this is so much better. There's nothing better than like having a dry bottom when you're riding and you just started the ride and like your butt's already wet. No, but so that's cool. I just started, hit it, biggest descent, probably the fastest one I'll do of the day. The rest of the day it's just kind of rolling hills and stuff. So the fenders are great if you're going like under 20. You won't be under 15. It'll be like, it's totally dry. And also these knobby tires are like notorious like for kicking up crap. Interesting, like my friend had a Santa Cruz like newer high-end gravel bike with gravelly tires, but not knobby like this, just kind of more like the file pattern, I guess, or something. And we went on the same ride together, and both of us didn't have fenders or anything, but I was completely way dirtier than him. It was pretty funny on the back. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened, dude? And it's just like, I guess the tires play a big role in as well, to an extent of how dirty you're gonna get, how much kick up you get. Adjusted the brakes, so everyone should be happy now. I pushed out the caliper a little bit. I pushed the brake pad in so there's less space sticking out here to give me more leverage with these cantilevers, and yeah, it has definitely made an improvement. I can't really tell if it's like less modulation. Apparently that's the trade-off. You get more strength, more power, but less modulation. The front, I have a little bit more sticking out on this side because the front brake, I don't really need the front brake that super strong, because on a mountain bike where the traction is loose, if you are in a turn at all and the brake is too powerful and it locks up the wheel, you just go down. Same thing with like on a motorcycle. If you're in a turn and it's wet and you have too much front brake, you'll just send the bike down immediately, because you can't ask the tire to corner and brake fully at the same time. If you're gonna have it corner, then you can't be at full limit of the tire if you're gonna apply the brake. So yeah, so it's good if the front brake isn't maybe as strong as, it sounds weird, but you don't want it to be. If you're riding like trails and stuff, yeah, you probably don't want it. You need it to be that powerful because you'll just slide out. But if you're riding just street on a road bike, just stopping mainly in a straight line, that's totally different. But you gotta think about where you're gonna be riding and stuff. The rear brake, it's okay if it's, I guess, because if you slide the rear brake a little bit, it's like you're probably not gonna you're not gonna go down, right? So yeah, it's a nice little spot though down here on the water. Now there's a little bit of a climb up. I don't know, not too big of a deal, maybe less than 100 meter climb, so maybe it's only like about 200 feet up. It'll be good. And then the rest of the trail. All right, guys, enjoy the ride. Get out there on your 26ers.